Best Worst Volume 2. I'm here for it. Hello, I'm Chad.
I need to get on your level. I'm Sarah.
Best Worst! Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to work up to that. I need a drink.
Well, I'm pretty sure that'll happen. Welcome to Volume 2. If you haven't seen Volume 1 already, we did 3 other distilleries. Now we're gonna do 3 more.
And next time on Volume 3, guess what? We'll do 3 more.
Real quick, just to remind you about the rules, it's only things that are not limited releases, so not one time a year release. But let's roll right into our distillery number 1, which is
Jim Beam. Least favorite.
We're gonna go with our, we say worst, it's a little bit more catchy in the title, but our least favorite, what we consider to be the worst.
Okay, ready?
Our least favorite, yep, here we go. Are you ready to
can
reveal?
read this. Yeah.
In 3, 2. Okay, so I wrote down Old Granddad 80 proof.
I was like, duh.
And you have White Label.
I had forgotten about the OG.
They also make Old Granddad.
Yeah.
And 114, one of our favorites, Ball and Bond, very good. 80
The
proof.
80 proof. I see. Okay. I can.
So right off the bat,
I'm gonna need to know.
we're gonna need, we got our Copitas. We've been in a Copita mood here lately.
In a Copita mood.
Yeah, I'll grab these. I will have the Old Granddad 80 proof.
And once again, Chad, just for, so everyone knows, going into our second volume of this, there's no winners, there's no losers. It's not a game.
Let's see.
It's not a game.
We'll see who's winning by the end. But
You're
it's
the
it's
editor,
no
so
good.
you can make it look like you won, no matter what.
Watch this. Points. Thank you.
It's
Editor God.
That's obnoxious.
Not a bad nose. Here we are talking about the worst thing that Jim Beam makes, and the nose, not bad at all.
Even on Beam White Label, I can still smell the beaminess.
The little nuttiness, not as much, but the only thing wrong with this is
it's
it's
thin.
just thin and watered down tasting, but
We switch?
80 proof. Yep. I don't know. I'm feeling like there's a little bit more personality in this White Label.
See, I disagree.
Do you?
I feel like the OGD has it a little bit more. It's got a little bit more flavor going on.
Switch back.
Even for being 80 proof. I have an answer.
I have an answer too. Sticking to my answer. I think the OGD is just a little bit thinner than White Label here.
I'm sticking with my original answer.
All right,
I
fine.
think this has a little bit more flavor.
I think
So,
this has a little bit more flavor.
We're not united.
We are not.
That's fine.
That can happen.
I don't care.
Okay, now we move on to the best.
All right, ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Please excuse my abbreviations.
3, 2. You have Knob Creek single barrel, and I have Booker's.
Uh-huh.
Can we agree on anything, Sarah?
I don't know.
Well,
Booker's, okay.
I should say.
See, this is the part that I have issue with. The best Booker's.
Yeah,
Okay, see, I have issue with this.
The best Booker's.
If you can't say any Bookers, then I feel like it's not a limited release, but it's 4 releases a year, and how it is depends on which release it is. So
Yes.
okay, so all of 2021, would you have stuck with that answer?
No.
So then how can it be the best?
Well, if you cherry pick, which if I'm remembering back to Volume 1 where you cherry picked, Maker's Private Select.
That wasn't a cherry pick. I said all Maker's Private Selects. Didn't matter which one.
There could
it has to be from this store.
possibly
It has
a
to be
bad
from
one
that
out
store.
there. Not that I've ever had one, but there could
Exactly.
be. I get your point, Sarah. I get your point. That is the Knob Creek is the more reliable pick.
And for price. Don't get me
That's
wrong.
not part of this. Don't
do-
you confuse them?
I do love a good Booker's, but it has to be the right
It does.
batch.
It does.
Whereas with Knob Creek single barrels, I don't think I've ever had one that I've been like, I'm disappointed.
Fine. Okay, I'll bend to yours.
He just doesn't want me to get a point that's fictional and made
There's
up.
no points in this.
Oh my gosh. All right, whatever, moving on.
Because I know, Sarah, you're going to watch this video when it comes out.
Thank you. I hope that was a point going ding for me, but I don't know because
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
not the editor.
It was. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, before we move on to number 2, we want to pause and tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskeyambitions.com. This is a new t-shirt.
This is a new
is a new
shirt.
t-shirt. It's a 3/4 length.
A baseball tee.
This has got the ride or die.
Rye or die.
Rye or die. That's what I said, right? I don't
You
know.
said ride.
Rye or die on the back. Also back in stock, we have the coaster and cigar holders back there. This are copitas we've been drinking from tonight. Of course, our Glencairns and rocks glasses and water glasses and challenge coins and everything else at whiskyambitions.com.
You can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. We have lots of barrel picks coming out this year, and they are released exclusively to Patreon first until they sell out. And the opportunity to participate in a barrel pick is also through Patreon. And another round with Chad and Sarah.
And you get them discounts.
And discounts to Whiskey
Ambitions,
depending on your level. Yes,
okay.
all them things.
We'll be right back.
Okay, so next distillery, Four Roses.
Four Roses.
They have a lot less to choose from as far as what's on the shelf, so I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I don't know if there's a lot of ways it can go.
I don't think there is, but
okay. Well,
all right. This is in our opinion the worst. Least favorite.
What are you drawing a picture over there?
It's a dirty limerick.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Yellow tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow tan. 80 proof.
80 proof.
It used to be yellow.
Now it's more of a burlap color.
It's a burlap sack color. The cool thing about it is all 10 recipes that they make, they're all in that 80 proof.
Yeah.
And that can't be said about any of their other offerings.
You'd like to see the same thing but with more proof.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
see
interesting.
That. I would be down for that. All right, shall we move on to best?
The best. I need a bigger eraser. Best from Four Roses.
Okay.
3, 2.
Okay. So
Small batch select.
Single barrel. I was torn. I think we need to do these side by side.
I agree,
because I
'cause
kind
I'm
of
thirsty.
went back and forth. Okay, and also Chad wants to drink.
Yeah.
Let the battle begin. The small batch select does have a couple of proof points on the single barrel, but I just find the single barrel to be so underrated and like looked over in the community. I feel like everyone just kind of writes it off and it's there and it's so good.
I feel like it wasn't though until this guy came around.
Really? It's so tasty.
Now,
It's just something that's always on the shelf. It's very tasty.
Well, not always. There've been times, at least here in our area, where it's been hard to find a single barrel.
Okay.
You know?
Majority of the time. It's not allocated. No one's hunting this single barrel.
Right.
They're hunting, the single barrel
proofs.
picks that are barrel proof.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
Agreed. Now, I was talking about, the yellow 10 label, the 80 proof, having all 10 recipes. The closest that we get is a small batch select, which came out a few years ago, and it puts 6 of those recipes in there, where this is just one.
Single barrel.
All right, we're switching. I now have the single barrel.
I think the thing for me about the small batch select
nose.
that between them, I get a hint of cherry and almost like an herbal medicinal on the small batch select. I don't mind it, but I think I like the way that the nose and the palate is on the single barrel better. I like the proof and the viscosity. Yeah, there's a cherry note on that one.
Wow.
It's tough.
If we could do a tie, I feel like this would be the tie.
If there could be a tie, this would be the tie.
Basically, you can't go wrong with either one of these.
It's true, but if you had to pick one.
Yesterday, I was leaning here. Today, I'm leaning more there. That just shows you how close it is and how it can change. What you had for lunch that day, or what stage of retrograde your moon is in, or whatever it is. I don't know that, but
The moon. Jeez.
I don't.
Somebody get this guy an astrology class.
I took one in college. It was I had a bad teacher.
Astronomy or astrology?
Oh, I took astronomy.
Yeah.
Maybe that was why. I'm like, where's Taurus? Where's...
All right, moving on. Next, we have Buffalo Trace, so this should get exciting.
That's why I did so bad in that class.
All right.
Main event time, I guess, if there is a main event. I mean,
This
Buffalo
is
Trace.
the one that will piss off everyone.
Right. So actually, I gathered a few bottles and did a little tasting to determine this.
I also did this exercise.
Okay. Independent of each other.
Yeah, I don't
Because I had an idea in mind, and
Me
I'll
too.
just say it didn't go that way.
Same.
All right, so worst
I wonder if we're about to pick the same thing, okay?
from Buffalo Trace.
All right. Ready?
3, 2, what you got?
Old
Taylor.
Old Chata.
Old Chata. 80
You
proof,
look
Old
sick.
Chata. We both went caps on this one. That's weird.
I've been doing caps on all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I decided to go.
You did. You changed the game.
caps, Yeah.
Yeah. So I did Old Charter, Old Taylor, Ancient Age 90, and Benchmark.
I did the same, except I did Ancient Age 80 proof.
Or that's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh, so we did it the same.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because Ancient Age 90 is probably the
Probably
best
the best
of all
of them. No, I was actually really surprised because I thought up front that it was gonna be the Benchmark. And it was not the benchmark.
Same here, and it wasn't the benchmark 80 proof.
It was not. But I gotta say, doing 4 of them all together, I kind of want to see what these two are like head to head, because that was yesterday and that was 4 things. I kind of want to do this. Can we drink more?
We can drink more.
All right, can we drink more, Robbie?
I think our slogan is drink more bourbon.
Or something like that. Okay.
Old Chatter and Old Taylor. Which one's wicked worst? Old Chatter? That was kind of bad. I don't know how to say worst with that accent.
It was really bad.
Worst.
No. Oh, stop. It's hurting my ears. Negative points. Subtract them.
Quit editing that, Chad.
Ding.
Stop it. I control you. I'd say I do not enjoy the flavor of Old Charter 80 proof.
I think I can still slightly taste that. Just a faint note of the Buffalo Trace, kind of a signature distillery note, but I don't know. I didn't find the nose unpleasant on the Old Taylor. It was just kind of thin. I don't know, something funky going on the Old Charter.
Yeah, the Taylor is much like, I feel like the Beam offering. It's just sort of watered down and boring. That's a Taylor for me. The Old Charter pushes in an element that I actually don't much care for the taste of. So I'm keeping my vote right here.
It's close, but I think I agree with you, actually. One back after all those were subtracted
come
for
on.
your terrible.
That was unsanctioned.
It was appropriate. Yeah, I guess I'll switch and I'll go with the Old Charter. I think that the Taylor remains more true to the whole lineup, whereas this has like I wouldn't call it astringent, but it's kind of funky. Okay.
Best time?
Time for everyone's least favorite part, the time when we list our favorite Buffalo Trace.
All right, best Buffalo Trace that's not a yearly release, so you know what those yearly releases are.
Okay.
So not those.
Okay.
Right. Ready? 3, 2. Okay.
Okay. Did you put the junior in parentheses? And I
did junior and junior plus, which would be release 18 and above when they dropped the junior.
Oh, God.
But Stag.
Okay, so I can already hear the comments being like, well, good luck ever finding one.
That's, I know.
It's not a limited release.
It's released twice a year.
So it is a limited release.
But it's not once a year. That was,
the stipulation.
We got to draw the line in the sand somewhere, and we did it at once a year release. So this is twice a year.
Couldn't be BTAC. Okay, but it's not, even if it wasn't just like the stupid allocation, why am I still holding this up?
I don't know.
Of Buffalo Trace. Do you think it would ever be something that you would be able to walk into the store? We haven't seen it on the shelves in years. So I feel like
I saw it last year.
I just feel like we should give a more appropriate answer of, again, is anything Buffalo Trace always going to be on the shelves? No.
So,
even regular Buffalo Trace in our area is not on the shelves without being limit 1 per person.
Knowing what our true actual answer is, we're gonna give a
backup,
slightly more realistic answer.
Slightly.
And I mean slightly.
Slightly. For someone, none of these are gonna be available, and for someone else, they're gonna be like, I see that all the time.
Right? Okay, the backup answer.
Hey, you ready?
I'm ready. 3?
I'm ready to be hated.
2.
Okay. Because proof.
Weller 107. It's great. If you can find it.
If you can find it for retail price. Well, because what else was in the running, right? Okay, you got Blanton's, also hard to find. E.H. Taylor,
small batch,
very hard
barrel.
to find.
Yeah.
You know, even again around here, I haven't seen an Eagle Rare in forever.
And that 90 proof would just keep it out of our.
So if we're gonna answer honestly, some people will be like, I have an easier time finding a Stag than a Weller because of the name.
Right.
I don't know. Sorry.
Well, this is a part of the video where you tell us what your best worst would be from these 3 distilleries, and then also to let us know what the next 3 distilleries are that we should tackle. But that's where we'll leave it.
Yeah, I guess. I want to know what you think about Chad's Booker's choice.
Oh, come on. Always trying to stir the pot.
I gotta stir the pot.
Get that controversy going. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, we'd love to have you. You can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you on one of those.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Sarah. Until next time, drink more bourbon.